Let's talk about how you can create ebooks, courses, and other how-to training material and profit. Joe has had some great success at this. You can see here, there's a screenshot from him making $200,000, just a 20-year-old beginner, and he used ChatGPT to go on and produce over $200,000 in revenue with his business. When you go to ChatGPT, you can assemble all kinds of how-to training, courses, and stuff like that, following some simple prompts. And then you copy and paste that into an ebook and actually offer it for sale. Everything that he did by hand, if I remember, I think it was like 5 to 8 hours worth of work to copy and paste and go through that process and assemble it. And with push button AI, with one click, all of that is done for you. So that's my preferred way to do it. First thing is, you never want to overthink this. It's quite simple, really. The most important part is just picking your niche, figuring out what your course is going to be about, and then you just adjust if you feel like it didn't quite come out right. You just adjust if it underperforms. And this is probably the biggest lesson of all when it comes to launching any kind of business, is to just get your product launched and out there. Whether it's an e-commerce product, a training product, a service, whatever it is to get it out on the marketplace and see if people will even buy it.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
And then you adjust, improve, and adapt as time goes on. And that's really important here, because all you gotta do is spend a little time and some effort with ChatGPT to create an entire product that you can charge money for. Start by just asking it who you should be selling to. You can literally go to ChatGPT, open up a chat panel, and say, hey, here's a little bit of information about me. I have these kinds of hobbies. I have these kinds of skills. Here's some things I know about. What kind of a course could I create that people might buy? You can literally just ask ChatGPT those questions, and it tends to give you some pretty good answers. You can take that information and then try to pin it down to what is a specific niche market that you can go after in creating one of these ebooks. Imagine as though they are your assistant, as if you had somebody, a research assistant, who could go out on the web and spend hours and hours of time doing research for you. And you could just ask a series of questions of ChatGPT, asking what kind of a course should you create? What kind of person should you target? What could it be about? What kind of problems can you solve to help that audience? What kind of goals can you help them achieve? And then that helps you figure out what to write about. And from there, you can come back to ChatGPT once you've narrowed down what your ebook is going to be about, and it's just straight up ask it, what are the 10 things that someone needs to know in order to learn the topic or the task or achieve the goal or solve the problem? And it will break it down into 10 steps. And now you've got your framework, your outline for your course. Let's use our dog training niche. So if you're selling a how-to guide on how to train your dog, let's say one of the 10 things it tells you that you must do is to train your dog to stop barking, right? That might be one of the things it would come up with. Well, now you assemble your ebook section by section by going to ChatGPT, and in a new window, you can say, hey, ChatGPT, write me a guide on how to stop your dog from barking. And it will actually just generate a guide, and you can then guide it even further. You can say, make it longer, make it shorter, make it easier to understand. Are there any step-by-step instructions? You can just tell ChatGPT to do this, and it will keep coming back with a better and better chapter until you're satisfied with it. Then once you've got that module of your course done, you copy and paste it out of ChatGPT and pop it into Microsoft Word is probably the simplest way to do it, or Google Docs if you're using Google on the internet. And you go section by section through all 10 sections, going through that exercise of prompting ChatGPT to write that chapter or that lesson for you. Format it to look nicely, and save it as a downloadable PDF. That's probably the simplest way to do this. If you have access to the technology where you can create a digital online course, then you can load it up in there instead. By the way, Push Button AI does that for you automatically. It actually builds you an entire website, installs a learning management system, builds your course, actually 12 modules, and puts them inside the learning management course, all ready for your buyers to get access to. So it does that for you automatically. You've got your ebook, you put it on the market, and you can even get ChatGPT to sell it for you. So you can go to ChatGPT and quite frankly ask it, say, hey, I have this book that I'm writing. It teaches people how to train your dog. Here are my 10 chapters. Please write me a sales letter convincing someone to buy it. And it will even write your sales letter if you're not familiar with how to do that. And at that point, it's time to drive traffic. And when you're going to be driving traffic to this, all you have to be thinking about is who might buy this? Whose unique problem am I trying to solve? What goal am I trying to achieve? And where might they be hanging out online? Chances are there are Facebook groups on the topic, or lots of Instagram accounts that people follow. Or you might find that people are searching for solutions to your problems on the internet. And you get in front of them either at Google or at Instagram or at Facebook, or Reddit is another place. Pinterest is another place. And all of these places have both free and paid ways of getting in front of those audiences. Now, the paid ways are quick, but obviously cost money. The free ways take a lot more of an investment in time, and they take longer to get in front of that audience. But all you do is get in front of them and say, hey, those who need help with X, I've got an ebook. Right now, we're offering it at a 50% discount, right? And boom, you start to get your first round of sales. And from there, you adjust, you adapt from what you learn from the audience, and you grow a business. And that is exactly what the guy in our case study did. And he now has $1 million business that he launched with that simple strategy. He didn't do anything more complicated than what I just described to you. That's all he did. A lot of people get in their own way by overcomplicating things and trying to make it bigger and better and have more steps and make it perfect and make it look beautiful and all those things, and then they never get started.
I don't see the word coffee.
Oh, we sell coffee.
Well, that's what I want.
Okay, so we have 3 different roasts.
I don't want 3 different roasts. I just want coffee.
There was one other case study that I can show you. That was Natalie. So she created an online business and did it in the same exact fashion. So she was a pregnant stay-at-home mother blogging about pregnancy on Pinterest as a hobby. And so she first started writing an ebook that interested her and found growth on the topic. And then she launched her first ebook during her pregnancy and has gone on to do over $3 million in book sales. And there are thousands of stories like this. But the one thing they all have in common is they just went out, found a niche who had a unique problem or goal that they wanted to solve, created a useful guide on how to do that, and sold it to them. That's the simple formula, and don't overcomplicate it. And if you find that you struggle putting all of the details together, again, Push Button AI is the perfect solution, because at the press of a button, it can do all of these steps. It launches your business, finds your domain name, and can even kick off your website, set up your hosting, write your emails, create videos, create audios, set up your learning management system, create a sales page, and launch your business at the click of a button. So you can have your own guide or course training people or teaching people how to solve their problems and achieve their goals. And you can make money like both Natalie and Joe did with these strategies. I'd like to set you up with a free demo of Push Button AI. Right now, Push Button AI is closed to the public, but we do allow private beta access. And if you're interested in finding out how you can have our AI technology create an entire business for you, where it could create a 12-module training course that you can sell to users, a free report, a squeeze page, a sales page, a 30-day email sequence, videos, audios, a logo, and a whole lot more. It's everything to build a complete business. If you'd like to get a live demo of that, text us with the word demo. Text us DEMO for the free demo to be able to see this technology in action. Because what we'll do, one of our marketing experts will get on a one-on-one Zoom call with you, and they will demo the technology. And while you're on there, they'll help you with picking niche markets, selecting what kind of a course you might want to build, and they'll show in front of your eyes how it works. You're going to see how the Push Button AI software can dramatically speed up your time to market so that you can build an entire business. It literally registers your domain name for you. It picks your domain name for you, sets up your hosting, launches your entire business all while you watch. You get a chance to see how the technology can make all of that stuff for you, and it's push button simple. Now, I do want to say, even though it's push button simple and it really speeds up the time to profit, you really need to be aware that any business that you create, that you try to profit from, takes effort, energy, money, time, and commitment. And only if you're willing to put those into your new business should you set up a demo. We have special niche coaching that is powered by AI that will help you select your niche market, help you figure out what kind of a course to create the entire 12-lesson training course. It's ready to deploy. They'll do that for you live on Zoom one-on-one. So text the number you see on your screen. And by the way, make sure you like, subscribe, and engage with us on this video. Do all that stuff. I have lots more great content coming. So we'll see you next time.